Hi guys, Sandy here, and today I'm going to do a little throwback to some older albums and do a layout share with you guys. These are my 2006 albums. Back then I was still using Creative Memories covers with regular old page protectors. I did not have like a theme, like as you can see, two different colors. Didn't faze me back then. Now I like to have my years completely together. So I did use the Creative Memories strap hinge albums, and then I had a thing for Pioneer page protectors because they fit in here. And then I felt like I got the great quality of a Creative Memories album, and I could do my own thing. So here is my title page. This is a rub-on and stamping. I thought I was cool as crap doing that. So this is... yeah, let's see if I can get you guys to see at least most of it. Sorry, there is going to be a little bit of a glare. I'm just not going to pull them all out of the page protectors. So this is the year my brother turned 20. He was living with us at the time. Yeah, this is a CD. Is it an act? Nope, it's just the paper. I didn't put the actual CD in there. Here are some more, lots of inking around the edges, double photo mats, triple photo mat here, a big old button. These are Chatterbox papers. Even more snow pictures. Lots, like lots of distress ink going on here. Pre-made stickers as my titles. This is where one of the things I really used to love was making titles with tons and tons of different fonts and things. So stickers, an acrylic piece that was colored, my own handwriting, stamping, a rub-on, and a sticker. I actually still love making titles like that. Ribbons, and still more snow pictures. So as you can see, like I have pages with a lot of photos, and then I have pages with one photo, pages with a couple photos. I loved doing this matting technique where it was a thin mat, a thicker mat, and then the thinner mat again. I did a lot of that. Even more snow pictures. As you can see, not a lot of embellishment. These are pretty flat layouts, but I feel like you can start to see my style come through. Like you aren't shocked maybe that these are my pages. I loved doing this with ribbons where I would have, hopefully you can even see it, where I would have two stapled or braided or something like that. Then we have Chloe's birthday. Lots of just blocks of paper. This is where I was really starting to figure out what I liked layering, I guess. Another one of Chloe's birthday. And then machine stitching. Now this was something that was made by my friend Tracy. She had made this title block and some embellishment things. And I had put Holden Beach on it because that's where we were. Then we have some simple Easter egg rub-ons just on there. Lots of rub-ons. This is a very minimal page. Lots of squares. Again, tons of rub-ons. I must have been in a real big rub-on period. And then smushed bottle caps. I don't know if you guys got into the smushed bottle cap phrase as much as I did. I seem to have made them a lot more than they actually made it on my scrapbook pages though. This is one of my favorite layouts of all time. Just because I love the photo and I love the simplicity of it. I love the florals. However, if I was doing this layout now, I probably wouldn't have this at such an extreme angle. I would probably maybe, you know, do it a little bit lower. Not as extreme. Again, lots of big letters, like I have it here, I have it on this F. There was one back here as well, this stencil G. So lots of these. Not a lot of embellishing on here, just some stamping. Another big old letter here. Just not a whole lot of texture. But then you get over here and you've got Magic Mess and you've got a paper clip, which this is not something I would do now. Like this is definitely not me now. Then I have the jump rings with the tags that save room. Like I go from completely flat to other stuff. I love this title, I'm leaving on a jet plane. Again, mixing the different fonts and things like that is just a fun thing for me. Just enjoy it. Here's more of those ribbons. Again, just like nothing is like hugely, I don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing. Lots of like color blocking, I guess, is what I was into back then. These are Chatterbox papers. I loved Chatterbox papers. Lots of ribbon. These are basic gray. This is where I cut out a teapot. I thought this was really like, woo, like amazing. I did something really cool. This page is hilarious to me because this is the year that my husband brought me a keyboard and I wrote a Casio on it and it's a Yamaha. So, yeah. Lots of photos. Wow, this was the year I turned 26. Kind of crazy. Then we have Alex over here. Lots of book plates, ribbons, and then I do the tag with the Brad thing again. And then we have Lana's, again, tags with like something hanging on them. And then we have Chloe's paper tearing, and these are tags that I turned into a flower. Here is another one of those CD things, and this is actually a CD. Did you guys do CDs like that? Here's that ribbon thing again where I do two of them together. More just blocks of color. Here is a soda tab as a ribbon slide. Another CD. Another big letter. This was a sketch because this is not my normal way of doing the layout. Here we have more basic gray. And then we have more just like basically just photos on a page. Lots of this ribbon staple thing. I was really into that. And then I don't have a, oh my goodness, you guys. Naked Brads. Naked Brads. Okay. So back then, I did not have the desire, I guess, or the inclination to make sure that my brads were covered. Look, 2003 paper, 79 cents, marked down to 40. So I guess I didn't have, that's a Sizzix die cut. I didn't have the inclination to make sure that my backside of the layouts were covered. Okay, so that's part one. And then we get to part two. And my title page is different. It's just this big paisley with stickers that say part 2. So here we go. Big old stamping. I believe this was a swap. Swim pics with me. Huh. This is because I didn't put any photos in of myself, and my husband was like, why? Why? So I put this here to appease him, and I never did it. But I guess I'll have to. This is when Alex turned 7. This was a pool party at my mom's house. Built up a little title block with stickers. Here is a file folder. Do you guys remember doing file folders? Is there anything in there? No, there's no journaling or anything in there, so we don't have to worry about that. A tag without its insides. That's not something I would do these days. Alex, here I have the 2 little photo holders, even though it's not ribbon. Made tags with blocks and die cuts and colored staples, because, you know, colored staples. When you had color staples, you had arrived. This is something that I did a lot. 1 big block, a smaller block, and then some ribbon across. I used an entire package of these things on here, and I believe this was a challenge to use an entire package of something on a layout, and so I used those. Stitching here. Oh, so this is when we redid our house. So this was our house in Maryland when we purchased it, and I had the most gorgeous flowers that year. I mean, just beautiful flowers. And I pulled off the brick off the house. It was already pulling away, and it flattened the flowers, and the flowers never were this beautiful again. So these are rub-ons on here, and this is the before picture of the house. And then you could see like the brick was pulling away from the house, and then the flowers, poor little flowers, were smushed. This is my brother helping us out. This is the house with the stuff off and where we had replaced pieces of it. Very themed products. This is my cousin helping us. What did we get ourselves into? So this was definitely a project. We had a dumpster. Open Me. So this file folder actually has words on it. And then Typar is what we use to wrap the house. It's the Canadian version of Tyvek. So I actually had some, and I put it onto my layout as well. This was a sketch. And then this is the house after. So we put up the siding, we put in the windows, we put up the shutters. Like we did all of the work. And then this is the finished house with the little flowers. Obviously, I haven't scrapbooked this page either. Didn't even realize it. This is Lana with her pink tinged hair. She had really wanted it, so we made it happen. And then more photos because felt like she just needed a second one. And then these photos, like 4 big photos. Some birthday layouts. Some wonky paper cutting here. Lots of tags, lots of ribbon and staples, and lots of these little stamped pieces. Pre-made title. Another CD, and a CD and a bottle cap. More of that 2 little ribbon thing. More basic gray and stickles. Another big letter. And this obviously is after this because of the house, the old yellow house, but it's where it fit in the album, and it's all 2006, so it's all good. A photo of me and my husband with just big kind of color blocking in the back. More bottle caps and tags. More staples and ribbon. Lots of tags. Aw, this is where the kids were 3 blind mice for Halloween. And we made their costumes. They all wore like gray sweatpants, sweatsuits. And we sewed on some felt bodies, and I made them felt ears on headbands. And we bought some dowel rods so that they could be their canes, and they were 3 blind mice. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but we were still doing construction. The little TV that we had, which I think was my TV from 5th grade, is sitting on top of a table saw, and we have all this molding and stuff down the hallway. There's drywall or sheetrock behind, and the kids just love it. They loved it. Here is Max, our puppy. Then we have just some more, not a lot of embellishment, just some pages that are done. Then we start Christmas, and we made molten chocolate lava cakes and T-bones. We had Jake, he lived with us at the time. And then more Christmas. Not a whole, look, eyelets. That's old. And then one more of Max, the puppy. So that is my 2006 albums, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for taking a trip down memory lane with me and checking out albums from way back then. I'll see you guys again real soon.